Right. So we've done a few chapters, Junior. So we're going to be busy. What day? Today's Tuesday. So we're on it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm going to spar for you at some point as well. Do you know what though? It's been good to listen to some of the things, the Ingle things, the Naz things. But overall, it was your life. It's been funny. It's good for me to listen to.
Yeah.
But as we're going to get into it deeper tomorrow and the day after, and I dare say you're going to touch on things you forgot about for years.
There is, yeah, and I know that, and then there's things that I know that are going to come back when I start talking about them and remembering stuff. It's been good. It's been good thinking about coming up to now. There's things that have happened that I haven't talked about for a long time. I remember a lot of the emotions I was feeling at the time when it happened, and now I look back and I think you were an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the way it was, so I'll tell it how I saw it at the time.
And so I'm just going to ask you some blocks. So tomorrow we'll be back on it, and I'm glad that you've never done it before. It's
I'm not.
I think do you know what I'm thinking? It has been the right time. You've got to do it now, though. Kind of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what I was thinking there. A lot of people, as I just said before I recorded this, a lot of people think you're very different. They think you were this character who you had to play, and Brendan, God rest him, said, "Junior, just keep playing the bad guy, keep playing Tony Montana, the bad guy." But that's not actually you, is it?
I'm the quiet guy.
Yeah.
I'm not the bad guy. And it's funny because when I was 16, I won junior heavy national title.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 32, I won the WBC world title. I'm 48. I'm writing a book.
Mm-hmm. But even I was watching last night. You were on a Manchester show, and it was Ricky Hatton's mate.
Yeah.
And even though you were just they portrayed you as a bad guy, I think he interviewed you and he went, "Listen, I'm Ricky's mate, so don't slag him off and all this." And do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember it well.
But you know what? I think it's going to be my job as an author to get a different side out. Not a different side, but it's the side which is hid away from probably about 94% of the British public, because they all think you're this guy who is really a knobhead. Do you know what I mean? Because you had to play that part.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but also I'm a very private person in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Dominic saying to me, "You are the most private person in that gym."
Mm.
Yeah, so it's just you got to learn to deal with who you are.
Mm.
Sorry, but because of that, the bit that was portrayed, and even when I did other stuff, especially through certain parts of press and media, they only concentrated. I did an interview once for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when the interview was done, there was a line and a half about me slagging Ricky off.
Really?
And it was a 45-minute interview, and we talked through all parts of boxing.
So a lot of the British media and the press, they use that as the narrative. They wouldn't change it, would they? They just, you will be the bad guy, you're the baddie, Ricky's the goodie, and that's that.
And that's where we want to keep it.
So, but it's done now. Your old men, pipes, slippers, all that kind of thing. But
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, but you know what? It is very different. And over the last year, people have said to me, "What, you're doing this book?" But I've seen a different person, and I think overall, when this book comes out, people will think, "Well, it's not actually." Do you know what I mean? So
there's stuff that's happened. Mental health. People understand mental health before. People didn't understand the mental health in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But now when people have got more understanding and they actually look at the bigger picture, they'll be able to see more.
Mm. So Junior Witter, The Avoided, written by Jamie Boyle, published by War Cry Publisher, is going to be released this winter. I'm going to be, as I said, spending the next 3 days with you. And forwards by Johnny Nelson. Fantastic. I think you've picked a good choice. He knows you very well as well, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of time with Johnny.
What kind of things is he going to say to me? I mean, obviously don't tell me the whole plot, but will he have a go at you? Will he wind you up or what? Or
I haven't got a clue, because Johnny's a prankster.
Yeah.
He is a prankster. but he does know me.
Yeah.
He knows me fairly well, and we've had some good times. So it just depends on how he wants to portray what he wants to say. He's his own person. He's he can be cold when he wants to be, but he's in general he's a happy guy.
Yeah.
So I expect him to be honest and true.
Right. So I'll see you in the morning, Junior, and we'll get cracking with the book.
No problems.